I'm probably already live, even though it says preparing to live stream the webinar. It's Marilyn Alauria, and it says live on Facebook. And I have a special guest that I'm super excited about introducing you to. And we're going to do an incredible new moon ritual. Oh, wait, I'm hearing myself. So I have to lower my volume on Facebook. We are on Zoom again, which just know for those of you on Soulful Living and for those of you on my regular page, I'm checking comments on both pages because Zoom is a little bit different in how it works. So I'm going to bring Angela on in a second, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things. So as many of you know, my cart for Membership for Your Soul is now open. And it's an incredible membership program where you pay $47 a month and you get a video lesson with me. You get a Q&A call with me and readings. You get an expert speaker, which is someone like Angela Norwood. And then you get a PDF, and you get so many bonuses. I'm always throwing in bonus. We have Sue Kovacs, who, by the way, we're doing live tomorrow readings with Sue and I. You get other people for membership who's been there for a year, or healers, and Peroska did one, and Penny, and they got, like, the members went nuts for them, and Megan Lane, who's also a medium, who's in the group. So I'm always throwing in incredible bonuses. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm not the answer to everything. I don't know astrology. I'm not into astrology. I've been threatening to bring another astrologer on because I want you exposed to all things. I want you to decide what works for you and what doesn't. It just because I don't like something doesn't mean you may not like it. So many of you have been asking this question, like you're on the telesummits and you're purchasing programs and you're not doing them, right? Because I do this too. I'll buy a program and then it just sits in my inbox. And the thing that I love about membership is, one, it's $47 a month, which may be hard for some of you guys, but you're paying $97 or $147 or things out there for that price. And the other thing is it's accountability. The community is unbelievable. For those of you who've joined Membership for Your Soul already that are on Soulful, like Rare told me, and Kathy and Earl, and there's all these people in there, Sharon, they have joined and they're seeing the embracing energy of the community already. And for those of you who are on the fence, because you're like, I don't know, is it too committed, whatever it may be, ask your questions on Soulful and let other people have already done that. And my members have jumped in and answered these questions for you truthfully. Some of them have even said, I haven't gotten to the lessons, but it's still amazing and it's still opening me up and I'm still doing this and doing that. And the beauty is that the lessons are always there. So I just wanted to bring that to you, that, you know, here you are in a program that's going to keep you accountable. You're going to study many different things. Sue Kovacs, who you're meeting tomorrow, is actually doing the lesson tomorrow, this month for clairvoyancy. In November is clairvoyancy. And that's because I want you to learn from other people, not just me. It's really important. Now, my special guest today, we have a surprise for all of you guys. So in a moment, Trisha's going to let me know, and I'm going to bring Angela on because Angela is like this incredibly beautiful soul when I met her. She is just, these are the types of people I like bringing on. People that have no ego, are really doing the work, are completely magical and gifted, and they want to see you succeed in all of this. And she is all of that. And she was on Membership a few months ago, and we did a new moon ritual, which is what we're going to do live today. And she's going to take you through the different steps because, you know, there's just how extensive can it be on Facebook Live, and she'll explain that. I'm going to bring her on. But she did a ritual that was phenomenal, and we pulled the meditation out of that, and we have that as your gift. So I'm going to tell you in a tiny bit when Trisha tells me she's ready, how to get that gift. But for now, let's everyone say hello to Angela.
Hello.
Angela, tell them a little bit about yourself. So I have to tell you guys, Angela's in LA. Her Facebook page, so it's ready, the gift. I'll tell you about the gift in a second. Her Facebook page is My Angel Connection. She does a lot of new moon ritual stuff here in LA. I'm very picky about healers. I've gone to her for healings and they have blown me away. You really need a few days after to be like, okay. Yes. So Angela, tell us a little bit about your work and what you've done and, you know, who you are.
Okay, well, you know, that's a very big question, but I'm happy to answer. I have been on this path for a few years now, probably about 4, and about 3 years ago, decided to really dive into the healing arts. And I started my business, the My Angel Connection, in North Hollywood a few years back, and have been really blessed to be part of many individuals' journey. I've helped so many people overcome obstacles that they thought were never going to change. situations, health concerns, life circumstances, and to watch them grow and blossom has been completely beyond magical. It's joyful and I love it. And so I get to be in my joy every day and share it. So with the healing sessions I provide, as you've experienced, we have one-on-one sessions that can really dive into any aspect of healing that you need or manifesting. So we can clear out all the pathway of the past to make way for the new in the future and bring it into your now moment and embody it. And those are some very wonderful deep sessions. And then I like to offer these rituals, these moon rituals, the full moon, the new moon, and a few other different types of rituals that have to do with like angelic beings and the summer equinoxes, or excuse me, the equinoxes and the solstices, the seasons, and just honoring the path with those. We have just about every day an opportunity to shine our light bright with the guidance of the universe, spirit, angels, source, God, whatever you want to call it, it's there for us. And they want to support us on this journey. So we get to shine our light brighter with them. And it's a lot of fun too. So I'm grateful that I get to experience this with you today and with all of your viewers.
So what I love about Angela, and as you can already tell, she's extremely positive. And whenever I talk to her, I feel like I'm being embraced by these angels, like they just have wings around me. It's really true. And what I love about her, and you're going to meet Sue and Anna Marie and the different people that I bring on, they're very supportive. And we've talked a few times, Angela, on this page about I don't badmouth names and stuff like that, but certain spiritual people out there that come from a different energy. They're more from a competitive, or they're closing you down or telling you can't do this and you can't go that way. Have you ever had any experiences like that where maybe a client came to you and said, oh, somebody told me I'm really bad, or anything like that ever happened to you?
You know, I tend to have the kind of clients that have been through a lot of different situations, gone a lot of different routes, and have not had any success. And luckily, I don't think, I haven't had any of a healer bad mouthing or being negative in their, guidance with people, but it does exist. And I've seen it with some of the individuals on the path that I've been on as I've gone through this journey, as I've studied and learned. I've witnessed the ego in its full form, which likes to kind of hoard people to them and keep them in their little clutches, so it doesn't want to share. And I believe firmly that every healer has a different ability, a different technique, a different set of guides that they're going to tap into, and you, the person seeking out healing, should be able to experience all of that and not be afraid to experience it, and to trust your gut instincts, because your emotional body is actually your guidance system from your soul. And to trust that, to know this doesn't feel good, or that feels really great, let's do more of that, and just keep going with what feels right. You're never going to be steered wrong. We've all had that instinct come up. There's been at least a handful, to not more, if not more, that everyone has experienced that in their lifetime thus far. So, I don't want to say no to that question, but I don't want to say yes either. I like to believe the good is in everybody, but it does exist. And
Yeah.
so it does happen.
Well, I love your answer, because what your answer is, and this is what I have said to people, because some people, you go through things in your life, and I've done it too, where you seek counsel, like I've seeked you, you seek different people, which is great. But what I love about working with my guides is I walk away and I go, especially some people will go for a lot of different readings when they're trying to make a decision and they're getting different information from readers. I love being able to go to my guides and say, hey, I'm not sure if this resonates with me. What do you think? And it's like what you said, you trust your intuition because your soul is giving you all the information. And I love that.
Your soul will always guide you. And we don't always know what it feels like, but I'll give you a little example. When your soul is not in alignment with something, you'll feel anxiety. You'll feel your heart flutter a little too fast, and it'll feel like overwhelming. when you're trying to make a decision, that shows up a lot. And when you feel that when it's actually in the right flow, it feels like nothing. It feels just peaceful. And a lot of times we're like, oh, this is too good to be true. But it's not. It's exactly the right path. You want to keep going on it. You want to keep flowing with it. Sometimes anxiety mimics excitement. So this is why you have to really meditate and go back and forth with it to see which is really what's going on here. Is it excitement? Is it nervousness? Or is it anxiety? And sometimes they're very similar. But when you build this intuition muscle, it'll be so much easier, and you'll just keep getting stronger with it. And then you'll get to a point where you're like, okay, white or pink, white or pink, white or pink. I think white feels good. And it'll be that simple. This job, that job, this job, that job, this job. That's the one that feels good. And in Spirit's always giving you a little nudge. Your instincts are always on point. Trust them, keep trusting Spirit, and you'll never go wrong.
I love that answer. Thank you so much for that. So for those of you who are here with us live, the gift that we have for you is Angela's meditation. So if you type moon in the comments, and definitely give us some likes and loves, you know how I feel about the likes and the loves. Type moon in the comment section and you are going to get the meditation. And for those of you who are thinking about joining membership, we have, I always forget what the bonuses are. Bonus, what is it? It's on the page, but I'll look at it in 1 second. But we still have the bonus that is available till 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. It's the opening day bonus. We had a glitch that went wrong yesterday, so we offered it. We extended the offer, and it's intuition and expert guides. It's 2 incredible video lessons. One, intuition. I forgot it was that. I'm so bad because there's so much going on. But look at this. Angela talked to you all about intuition and trusting your intuition. So that's the bonus you get. And then expert guides. Expert guides are really incredible. They can be Oprah, Einstein, Archangel Michael, Jesus. We had a whole conversation, Angela, yesterday, and we're going to get to the new moon ritual in a minute. But I would love Angela's take on this because it's so important. I did a myth busting video because I was pissed off. And one of the myths was, I'm going to give you 2 of the myths, and then I want your opinion on them. And you could have, I have a feeling what you're going to say. Archangel Michael is too busy to be my guide. Oh. Go ahead, talk about that one, and I'll give you the second. Yeah. What's your opinion about that?
That's a bunch of BS. Okay, so this is the funny thing. And angels have said this time and time again. We are the ones who hold ourselves back from experiencing Spirit. They're there, readily available, and beyond measure excited to help us. So all we need to do is ask. Archangel Michael is always there to guide you. Always, always, always there to protect you, and always will. Ask. If we don't ask, they can't intervene. They won't show up. And it doesn't, asking sounds like an actual request. Archangel Michael, come to me now, help me in this very moment with what I need. It's not, oh, I wish someone would come. I wish someone would come. I wish someone would. It doesn't work that way.
No, I love that. I love that. It's so true. And we talked about this in membership too, because we forget sometimes to ask. So I'm going to give you myth number 2.
Okay.
I'm not good enough to work with Jesus.
Oh, okay. So that just.
I'm spotlighting you on this one.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense because. Okay, let's have a heartfelt moment here for a second here. Jesus, whether you're religious, spiritual, or whatever you might be, is the truest form of love, the most deepest form of love in all aspects of it. He's like the 9th ray, I believe, and that is what he does. And if you think for 1 second that Jesus isn't there to love you, regardless of, it's like unconditional, regardless of everything that you've done, anything that you have or haven't done, he's there, period. He comes, the fact that just you and I, Marilyn, are talking about this, all the other listeners are involved as well, but just you and I having a conversation about Jesus by ourselves, he's already arrived. He's already sitting in our rooms right now listening, giving us loving vibrations, filling our home with love, our hearts with love. And anytime you ask for him to come, he comes every single time. So it's not about good or bad or right or wrong. There is no judgment in the universe. There is never judgment. We come here with our soul contracts, and we're quite frankly supposed to mess up. Because if we don't mess up, then we don't have the understanding of the polarities of what doesn't feel good versus what does feel good. And it's important to have those things. God, universe, source, whoever you want to call it, knows this. This is written in our contracts to do these things. And, I want to hold space for those who are not able to see that yet, that they find the goodness again, that they've reached the other end of the spectrum, that they find the other polarities. But Jesus always shows up, and he will always forgive. We are the only ones who hold ourselves accountable for things and hold guilt. The universe will never hold guilt against us. It's not a thing. It's just not a thing.
It's been interesting because I've been doing this thing at night and I was raised Catholic, but I had walked away from Jesus for a while just because of my own personal struggles, And as a little girl, I used to have these, I was in a very strict Catholic school. I went to a Catholic school with, dare I say, all the mafia princesses, and I was the daughter of a cop. And it was a fascinating place. There were you couldn't even get into the school. So, but I used to have these visions of Jesus being my boyfriend because I was so lost and I just loved Jesus. Yeah. And then I walked away from Jesus because it was too much. It's that male figure thing and doing it. And lately I've been embracing and started embracing him a while ago, but really have been embracing him lately. And every night when I go to sleep, and I'd like to share this with people, is I open up my heart to his love. And if I wake up with any anxiety, which I haven't been, I've been sleeping so well, a little bit of anxiety or worry, I just say, Jesus, just fill my heart with love. And I am sleeping so well because of that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Mike is acting up, so forgive me.
He always comes when you call. And in fact, you can place your right hand on your heart. Your right hand is your giving hand. And take a nice deep breath. And just ask Jesus, please tap my heart 3 times. Tap my heart with love. And it feels a little bit like flutters. Now, for those of you who are not sensitive, just know that it is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all it takes.
Isn't Angela pure magic? That's what I love about Angela. Absolutely love Angela. When you're in Angela's presence, you're like, magic. So I don't remember the third myth. I'm so sure somebody would let me know. For those of you, so we're going to talk about the ritual now. And for those of you just joining us, we have a gift for you. We also have a surprise. Somebody's going to win something, but I'm not going to tell you about that to the end because I don't want to take away from what Angela's doing. So we have this beautiful meditation that Angela did with membership that we extracted from her Q&A call that people loved. Angela, it was a guest speaker. She'll be back again into membership. Eventually, I'm going to get her in there teaching something because I want that. And so if you type in moon in the comments, you're going to get her moon ritual. She's an extended one that she's doing today. So Angela, I'm going to let you take it away now. I'm going to spotlight the video. I haven't seen, Robin says, Jesus comes to me all the time in meditations. He offers me unconditional love. I'm not religious, but spiritual. Rare said, and by the way, Rare, you joined membership. I can't wait to get in there. Congratulations. Just super excited to get to know you. I've been watching you doing the challenge and everything else and engaging, and I'm so happy to have you in there. All the members that have joined, so happy. And for those of you who can't, it's cool, don't worry about it. But if you're thinking about joining, take the chance, join. It's a great program. I felt it, OMG, on my face.
Yes.
Denny says, what a great point. We're meant to mess up. It's our soul's contract. See, you gave people permission.
There you go. It doesn't mean you go out and you do harm against people willingly with,
No.
you still have to honor your soul, and soul only knows love. So we want to stay in the goodness of everything we can. But if God forbid something happened and you caused a rift, some kind of accident or whatever it might be, it's not something that you should hold on to so that it ruins the rest of your life in your heart space. It's letting God in and letting love in and allowing yourself to accept that, things happen. and they're going to happen. And even if we have like a family member or a close friend, a child who's, getting into mischief, sometimes those things have to happen for them to learn their life lesson. Sometimes karma's at play. There's a lot of different factors. It does not mean you condone it whatsoever, but it does mean that you come from a place of compassion instead of a place of judgment. And it allows that soul, that person, to evolve out of it and to keep shining the light, keep praying for them, because prayers are always heard. I've got all these goosebumps confirming it. And keep shining that positive energy for that person to find their balance again, and it will always happen. Just a quick note that about 5 years ago, and it was mentioned in the other ritual we did, I had some traumatic events and some things going on, and I had someone pray for me, and those prayers got heard, and I am the embodiment of those prayers being heard and answered right now. This is who I am because somebody prayed for me. Okay, so we do want to do that for others. Okay.
Love that. Love that.
Thank you.
And you actually answered the third myth, which I believe was about not being good enough, period, for the work, but I'll look at it. It doesn't matter. So before we start, is there anything, because we're having a lot of conversations right now, and I'm checking my phone, guys, because we're on Zoom, just to see the comments, and I'm in Soulful now. Is there anything that... is there anything you want to share before we talk about the ritual? Is there anything that, because I want you to bring you to the table. I've been asking you a lot of questions. You've been sharing beautifully. Is there anything else that's coming up for you that you want to share?
I feel pretty good about where we're at right now.
Good.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel really good. And I'm excited to share this with you guys and to hear their comments about it. If everyone's, since we are headed that way, just make sure you have all your tools with you, and we'll go over how to use them.
So tell them about the tools now and take it away. I'm going to spotlight you on this, and I'm going to be watching the comments in the meantime. So Angela, take it away.
Okay, guys. So like Marilyn mentioned, we're going to do a new moon ceremony. And I just want to let you know that ritual is a way to show your commitment to spirit for something you want. It's a dedication. It says, I'm going to do these things to show myself that I'm serious, to show the universe that I really want it. It's like a deliberate co-creation. It's not woo-woo. I'm sure there's people out there that do woo-woo things, but this is all the light and all of the angels. So just to have that out there, you can call it ritual, you can call it ceremony, you can call it prayer work. It could be intention setting. It's whatever you want to make it. Okay. I like to do these things. I did them a long time for myself, and I like to do these things with others, but I like to keep it simple and fanciful, so we don't have to get caught up on all the details. I want to stress that there's never a right or wrong way to do this. It's all whatever is guided. So if I'm showing you a way right now and you do it some other way, but it's similar yet different, just roll with it. You've done nothing wrong. Everyone's got their own connection to source, and their soul knows exactly what they need. So just go with the flow. Now, you can't really see it too well, but what I've got set up here is my ritual bowl, which at this time is glass, because I wanted you to be able to see what I'm going to put inside of it and what I'm doing with it. Typically, I do this ceremony with a metal bowl because we will be using fire. Okay, so what you'll need is perhaps if you have a larger bowl, that would be great. I've done this many times, so I'm comfortable with this. But we are going to use fire, and I want everyone to be completely safe and practical. A lot of times I do this ritual at my kitchen sink. Okay, I just set up the counter, and then I throw everything I need to into the sink, and then it's got water, and everybody's happy. Okay, so we have the bowl or your kitchen. We have a candle that we're going to light. So we have that. I have stones around my bowl, which at this time I picked rose quartz. You don't have to do that, but I wanted it to be a little magical, so I surrounded my entire bowl with different size rose quartz. When I do this ritual with individuals at my center, I make a ritual table, and I just put all these beautiful crystals out that felt like they wanted to be part of it. Again, there's no right or wrong. But today felt like rose quartz was what would be great. What would be great. And then I have a little figurine, an angel, because I love that. A little girl, and she's supporting what we're doing. And then just a few other crystals to gather around the table. We have the moonstone. This is my moonstone. I use rainbow moonstone for this. Quite frankly, you could probably use any crystal to manifest with, but the goddess of the moon loves rainbow moonstone, so that's why I chose it, and that's why I use it. Once you have a stone like a rainbow moonstone, you can use it through every ritual that you do. You can wash it and cleanse it, and then reuse it. So when you wash it and cleanse it, you're taking off the last intentions that you put onto it, preparing it for service again with your new intentions. I typically use my stone on the new moon and on the full moon. So it's like every 2 weeks, it holds new intentions inside. And I don't typically wash it until the next ceremony.
Can I ask two? I want to ask just two questions because you're giving so much incredible information. One, okay. If they can't do the fire ceremony after you take them through that, and two, how to wash it. I think that that's going to be really great. And you, thank you. Angela said before she's going to be okay with me sharing. She goes, I get a little nervous before I do ritual, and I said that's because you're representing all these magical beings. I know Angela well now. I'm starting to get to know her even more. And when you work with her, what comes through her is like so incredible. So it's like I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what we talked about. Yeah.
I get flooded with the energy of what's coming through me. And again, remember we mentioned we don't know if it's anxiety or nervousness, excitement or what. Yeah. I have to kind of sit with a little bit until I get comfortable with it. And then I recognize, oh, this is normal. This is them coming in. This is I am the conduit for the spirit, and spirit is so flippin' happy right now to be sharing this with you. And that's kind of what it feels like inside of my body. So,
and I love this. And Donna said, and I agree with this, Donna says, ritual creates momentum. And it's so true. Rituals are so good. So 3 questions: the fire, the moonstone cleaning, and ritual creates momentum. So talk about that first, because I know you do a lot of rituals, whatever you're comfortable with.
So just because it's fresh in my mind, the rituals do create momentum. They create that co-creation. They create, especially when we use fire because it sends it off into the ethers for manifestation in instant form. You can also bury it. So that kind of answers the fire question. If you don't want to burn, you can also bury it into the earth. It's like planting seeds of intentions. It takes sometimes a little longer for your intentions to grow, as fire is instant. Okay. But it is a great way to move energy quickly and to create what you want with spirit quickly. Now, to add to that, why it works so well is because we call in support teams. So I'm going to guide you through that. Just a quick little thing of what I've done already. We open up the space by clearing. I like to clear the house with sage. If you don't have that, you can just ask the angels to come in and flood the home with light, and just see the house being like under a big spotlight, and see all the cracks and the crevices being cleared. Sage is going to be a lot stronger and a lot faster, and sage is also great for ceremonies and preparing the space for ceremony, but not everybody likes the smell of it, and I understand that. So you can call in even the Christ light to clear the space, and the Christ light will clear out everything that doesn't belong. Okay, so when you do ritual and you clear the space, you call in spirit. Now you got everybody that's possibly available at this time and space to help you with what you're doing. That's the kicker. That's like the secret little ingredient that we're going to put in the bowl is I've got every single angel possible in this space right now, which I've asked them to be in your homes as well for all those who are watching and part of this. Because you're willingly accepting them into your hearts because you're with Marilyn right now on this live feed. So it gives us permission to enter into the home to do this work. So with them, everything's possible. So to go back to cleansing the stone, I know I'm jumping around a little bit.
No, you're not jumping around in a great. And I have another really good question. So Jasmine asked, does it matter when we do this ritual that Angela is showing us? So this is the new moon ritual that we're talking about, and she is going to take us through it so we can do it together. So Angela can answer that, but I wanted to throw that in and cleaning the stone and
What
what
was
you,
the question again that she
it
just
was,
asked?
does it matter when we do this ritual that Angela is showing?
You know, it does and it doesn't.
Love that.
Yeah, so the way it works till you get better at it, you want to do a moon ritual on the new moon or on the full moon, or 3 days, within 3 days period of before or after. So you have a little bit of wiggle room. So the new moon, I believe, was Thursday. And so, I mean, today is Saturday. We were still in the new moon energy. We can still call it forth and work with it. So in that sense, you have some time if you don't do it today. If you wanted to do it tomorrow, it's not a big deal. Spirit's still going to show up and help you with it. So that's the yes, that's the yes and no part. So to add to that, when you get really good at this and you do it consistently and you're working with the moon goddess more frequently, which just happens naturally as you do moon ritual over and over again, because that's who we're going to talk to, is the moon goddess. You can channel her energy into anything that you're creating. And so a true moon goddess, you can call in for, let's say, a full moon ritual during a waning moon or a waxing moon, because it's the power of the energy that you're calling forth, even if it's not present. I prefer to always do it within that 3-day period. And my most exciting times have been on the actual moons. So, you know, but it's all possible. It's never, there's never a no with spirit, because you're going to ask them to help you. So they will find the right energy wave and right frequency and right time to allow what you've asked for to manifest. So this kind of work makes what you're asking for inevitable. So so there's that.
So the last question was, we won't worry about, because you're going to take us through the ritual and you'll explain
Yeah.
the fire aspect. Talk about just cleaning the moonstone with
Okay.
water, and then Angela is giving you guys so much incredible information. I really appreciate this, because she's doing this for free for me, and this is what, like, people come to her space in LA to do these rituals. So definitely check out My Angel Connection, her Facebook page. And if you're in LA or you're visiting LA, or maybe you live in Arkansas and you want to have Angela guest speak a ritual thing there, you can fly her there, check her out, get to know her. She's amazing, as you can tell. So go ahead, Angela.
Thank you. So it's actually quite simple. I like to, typically when I have the ceremony with my guests, I have 2 bowls. I have the ceremony bowl for the fire and I have another bowl with the water. And I just dip it in, cleanse it, clear it up. And I say something like, I clear you of all the energies you've absorbed and I prepare you for service. And if you have a new stone that you haven't used before, then you hold it in your left hand after you've cleansed it, and you envision like a blue light. A blue light is just a purification light. And as you envision it and you blow on the stone, you say, and this is magical, awaken unto life. It prepares it for service and tells the energy that you're working together with your stone, and the stone starts to wake up and prepare itself for you.
Say that one more time, because that was so good.
So it looks like this. You cleanse it in the water. You can use the bowl or you can use the sink. You clear it of all the energies it's absorbed, that it's not its own. You can add even, I consecrate you to me, which says you and I are together in this. We are partners. Then you envision the blue light and you blow on it. Awaken unto life. There you go.
Love it.
My moonstone is smiling at me right now.
I love it.
Okay.
I could feel it. I felt that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it felt really good. So, and even if you don't think you're sensitive, when you start working with stones, you'll notice the sensitivity, you'll notice the feelings, and you'll start to trust yourself. So you'll feel what it feels like when you smile, and you'll know it's the stone. Okay, so that's kind of what I just felt. I just knew it was the stone. Okay. So are there any more questions?
No, I think take it away. It's been phenomenal. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll try not to go too fast, but we want to set the stage. So hopefully everyone's got their little altar space set up with whatever is needed for them, trusting your instincts. Sometimes I just put a flower out in the kitchen sink area, and I have my notepad. So we also need our notepad and pen. Want you to have that handy. And we're going to start by just setting the stage a little more. So I'm going to light this candle that I have here. I'm going to keep it to the side so you may not see it burning, but I'm just going to say, let this candle light the path this day and every day. Okay, and I'm going to place it aside. And I made that up just now. So you don't have to have any particular poems or any prayers handy. You can just go from the heart. Okay. And we're going to now start by calling in all of the divine support team. Sorry if the table keeps shaking. My cat likes to be part of the ritual, so she keeps bopping into it. She loves the goddess energy that's present. Okay. So we're going to start by closing our eyes and preparing our body for release. Now, during the full moon ritual, we have an opportunity to really clear out some energy to make way for the new energy. With the new moon, it's similar yet different because our focus is primarily on new beginnings. New moon, new beginnings. Okay. So we're going to do a gentle meditation with our eyes closed. I'll even close mine. I'll do it with you. Just to ground ourselves into the goddess of the earth, Goddess Gaia. And we're going to allow ourselves to open up the channel of energy from above so that we can draw in our new beginnings. They look like little starlights, little liquid starlights coming into the crown. Okay, so if you're sitting, however you want to sit, if you're sitting with your legs crossed on the ground like a lotus position, that's fine. But if you're sitting in a chair, then please make sure your legs and arms are uncrossed. Place your hands on the top of your legs or wherever comfortable, face up with your palms face up. And take with me 3 deep breaths, okay? So 1 deep cleansing breaths. This is 2. Letting go and opening up. And 3. Sinking into the chair, into your seat, a little deeper. Mighty archangels, I call to you now to surround us in this time and space to help us on this path. I call to you, angels and angels abound, to join us with love, light, prosperity, wealth, joy, abundance, all good things in this time and space. I call to you now, angelic realm, to surround us, to be with us, to guide us, to protect us. Archangel Michael, be with us and clear our energy fields now. We allow it, we welcome it, we honor it, we are grateful for you. Archangel Michael, pull from us all lower vibrations, cut from us all cords of attachment, all unhealthy cords of attachment. Allow only love to be present, only love to be in this space. Take a deep breath. We're going to pause and let Michael do his work. Pour into us, Michael, the golden light of manifestation through our crown centers and into our body now. Thank you. And now we take this time, as all things come in through the mind as thoughts, so that we can manifest them into the earth plane. So they must be grounded. They must come from the stars through our body as the bridge and into the earth plane to be created. So we take a deep breath and allow our bodies to sink. Breathing each breath. Inhale the light. Exhale the energy into the earth. Grounding, grounding, grounding. Goddess Gaia, be with us in this time and space. Wrap your beautiful mantle around our legs, our ankles, our feet. Draw us into your bosom. Extend now the veins of your feet like roots of your tree. deep into the soil, layer upon layer. Every exhale, your layers go deeper, your roots go deeper, the energy sinks deeper. Layer upon layer, the rich, dense earth, you descend down, 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 till you reach the very core of the goddess, that beautiful white light, where you anchor your root system into her now. Anchor your roots around her light. Do not worry. You have a special place in her light. We all do. So there's plenty of room for all of us right now to be in this time and space, wrapped in the love, the nurturing love of the Goddess Mother. There we go. Now we're nice, we're cleared, lower vibrations, we're grounded in the Goddess, and now we will call forth the Goddess of the Moon. Goddesses, 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 please come and join us now in this time and space, in this loving vibration of co-creation. Goddesses of the Moon, I call to you now, Kuan Yin, Caradwin, Isis, beautiful goddess of Egypt, Isis, beautiful goddesses of the moon, join us now. Diana, Artemis, oh, my wonderful friend, join us in this time and space to help us create new beginnings in these areas of our life. Surround us as we do this work in honor of the new moon, the new energy that you give us every month to be present of. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, archangels and the divine support team around us, for surrounding us in this now moment to create that which is our heart's desires, our soul's desires. Everyone take a breath and just feel that love that's with us. It's quite magical. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tingling. So now I know we're ready to begin. So, like I said, this ritual can be elaborate or it can be simple. We're going to go with simple today. And so now I want you to focus your attention on where you want new beginnings. And just to highlight a little bit of this particular new moon. This is a Cazimi new moon. I did not get to research enough about Cazimi, but I know it means magic. And it is in the sign of Libra. Now, Libra is very social, outgoing. She likes balance and unity. So when we think of where we want our new beginnings, we want to focus in relationships. Now, relationships are not just partners, life partners. These are relationships with business partners, best friends, animals, yourself. Your relationship with self is a very important one. And so we want to focus on our new beginnings in all aspects of relationship and draw in these new beginnings. So, and also, again, I'm being reminded, balance. So Libra is also about balance. So where in my life am I not being balanced? We don't want to focus on the negative, though. We want to focus on the aspect of positivity. So if I'm not balanced in my, time management, then we want to draw in the balanced energy of time management. I am time management. I am balanced in my relationship with time. Okay, so that's what we want to focus on. Also, we want to focus directly on just a couple of things. We want them to be, when we spend time on just a couple things, we can really draw in the energy to create it in a big way. If we have a whole laundry list of areas that we need balance, then not that those aren't important, they are, they take a little longer to get done. We want to not see faster results, but we want to be in the energy and flow of this now moment and create. And I bet you could probably find one word that would summarize all those things, like balanced relationships with self. That covers a lot of areas for me. I don't know about you guys, but balanced relationship with my mate, balanced relationship with my new job, or the co-workers of an office that may have diversity or may not have a flow that way we want it to. So you can summarize into a more general aspect. Spirit knows exactly what it is you need to do. They always do. They know exactly how to give it to you. So we don't even need to give them direction. We just want to focus that energy into what area we want to draw it into most. So I'm going to do it with you. And I'm going to probably think of 3 things. Spend just a moment here on what 3 areas of my life do I need more balance? Okay. And while I'm writing, please feel free to take note for yourself. And then we'll just give it a few minutes so you have time to wrap it up. Okay. So I want balance and healing in my relationships. I'm just saying it out loud so you can kind of hear where I go with this. And I'm going to say I'm going to say again out loud so you can hear mine. I'm not shy about it. With love, can always use that. With I'm going to say moving forward on my path. Oh, and my pen's running out. And relationships with others. So I want to expand my relationships. I'm going to put expansion. Okay. There we go. Now you can obviously go into more detail if you have a particular situation that needs healing. This is one of those moments where you can dive in. Nothing is not possible. You're limitless in your abilities. So if you have a relationship with a loved one that is in turmoil, you can ask for that relationship to be healed and brought into balance. In fact, I'm going to take this moment, and you guys can do this as well, because there's never right or wrong. I'm going to pray for someone else to have balance. And I'm going to ask for balance I'm going to write down their name. And the person that they need assistance with. Okay. Now you don't have to do that, but I figure this would be a perfect time to create a new beginning for someone else. So, Marilyn, how are we doing on time? Is everyone feeling like they've completed their list, or they still need more time?
No, we're getting great things, and I know that it's really good, and we got some great comments here from Donna, Lucia. So people are really in there, and I think we can move forward. It was great.
Good. Okay, good.
Yeah, I did mine.
Okay, good. So I got my little list here. Now we're gonna ask the stone to assist us. So what I do is I place it in my left hand. This is the receiving hand. So I'm going to have my stone receive my wishes. And I'm going to keep this on the table so I can read it. And I'm going to place this hand in front of it like I'm blowing into it. So I'm going to whisper into my stone my wishes. And I'm going to ask my stone to support me in these wishes. Okay. So this is, you just kind of whisper it so you don't have to say it out loud. But it looks like this. Please help me with. And when you're done, give a breath. Fill your stone with love and gratitude. There we go. And now it's holding your wishes to help you draw from the starlight into your body while you wear it or you sleep with it under your pillow, the magical requests that you have made. What you'll find after ritual is that you'll forget what you asked for, which is a great sign. that it's complete. So we want that. So right now, and if you remember, that's fine too, by all means. Right now, we're going to take our paper and we're going to say to Spirit, and do this carefully, please. Carefully in your kitchens or in a protective place, maybe have water nearby. We're going to give this to Spirit by letting it go and trusting completely with all of our hearts that it is complete. And so by doing that, we set it up on fire with our little candle. So I'm just gonna, I like to leave a little bit of space. If you make it too tight, it has a hard time breathing and it doesn't catch. Okay. And trust me, I have my water nearby as well. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me receive these things. Okay, so as it burns, I want you to draw the flame into you, just like this. Cover yourself with your aura. Breathe it into your heart. Breathe it into your body. Cover yourself with it. And look how fast it went. That's complete right there. Okay, now why did we do this? Was so that we can draw in, and don't worry if it's already gone out, just you can still catch it. The energy is there. What it's doing is it's bringing into your now moment all of these good things. You're bringing it into your aura, you're covering your body with it, you're covering your heart with it, you're putting it into your chakra system, you're anchoring it in at your feet so it can blossom at your toes. You've just completed your ritual. Okay, so with your stone, you're going to sleep with it under your pillow. Like mine's a little large, so I don't carry it on my person very often. But if you are a lady, you can tuck it into your bra if it's small enough. I do that often. Or you can wear it in your pockets. Of course, gentlemen, we want you to do that. But if you're afraid you're going to lose it, then sleep with it under your pillow and just honor it every night before bed. And you'll know when your energy is complete with it, because you'll just simply forget to use it. You'll forget to put it in your pockets that day. You'll forget to sleep with it under your pillow, and you'll know you're complete. It usually works within a couple of days, the integration process. But I've been lately sleeping with mine under my pillow the whole 2 weeks until the next moon that I use. So we're complete.
That was amazing. And this is what I'm just trying to get back on so I could see the comments. But okay. That was incredible, Angela. And I loved it. And that's what I love about you. It just feels like, I don't know about everybody else, and I'd love to see the likes and the loves and the comments. But whenever I'm in Angela's energy, I get a sense of peace. Whenever she's talking to me, there's this inner peace that comes in. No, it's really true. I don't bullshit, you know. Yeah, and that was beautiful and simple. And I didn't have a stone, for those of you who don't know it, but I blew it into my imaginary stone, and I trust that and I respect it.
It works.
And that's what I love about Angela too. She says, you know, there's no formulas. There's no it's like whatever feels good. So I'm going to get to the comments, but it was absolutely magnificent. Esmeralda, well, I'm going to call you Virginia. No, Esmeralda, who joined membership, and we have a little secret thing going on in membership about her. She said, beautiful, Angela. Thank you so much. Joanne said, awesome. Dana said, amazing. Lots of love and likes coming through. Lucia said, incredible. Thank you so much. I feel peaceful too. Robin said, that was beautiful. Can receive this or come back to this video. Such a beautiful ritual. Jasmine said, Neltha, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. Amazing. So anybody, we have a recording of Angela's ritual. It's a little bit different. And Denny says, very natural, authentic, and uncontrived. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. So if you type in moon, now we have a special treat too. But if you type in moon, you will get Angela's recording of the one that she did with the membership program. We pulled it out, extracted it out of the Q&A. Because what we do in membership is we have guest expert speakers come on, and they share about their story, which is really important for everybody who's just on this path to hear. And then they usually do a process like Angela did, and then they take Q&A. So I just want to see if there's any questions anybody has. Please type them in, and then I'm going to tell you this special little gift. Donna says, I asked Spirit for a stone for this ritual, excited to discover it. Ooh, that's fun. So there's so many thank yous and
Nice.
Thing. So now we have a treat for everybody, and then we're going to talk to Angela. So write in your questions. So if you type in the word manifest, somebody is going to win Manifesting with the Moon, which is a class that I did a while ago. And it teaches you how to make a color vision board, not using pictures, using color, and manifesting with the moon. So if you type in manifest, Trisha is on the back end with me right now, and we'll announce it later in the groups who wins. But whoever types in manifest, you have an opportunity to win one of my classes, Manifesting with the Moon. Just one person's going to win. And I do want to get in that we are doing a webinar. And if you haven't signed up, it's called, my team is like, Powerful Decision Making with Your Guides. Why can't I retain anything? I don't know. But
it's because you're not in that side of your brain right now. You're spirit brain.
I am definitely in spirit brain. So it's like, whatever. So that's the webinar. You can sign on. It's on Wednesday. We're going to take your questions. Angela, you're okay for time for a little bit longer, right?
I have plenty of time.
Great. And Angela, I want to tell you, she flew in this morning from Texas, and we spoke early this morning. The poor girl had no sleep, and she's doing all of this, which is great. You had a nice nap, right?
Can I point out one more thing real quick?
Yes, please.
I want to mention why the moon rituals work so well. Another reason, just to add to it, goddess energy, which is the moon goddess energy is creative. She creates life. She creates what she wants through her drawing it into her heart, through her love. She's the opposite of male energy, which is driven, and like the sun shines, it pours its energy forth, it drives you forward, it moves. Goddess creates by drawing it in and welcoming it into herself. And when you do this sort of ceremony, you're letting the goddess do her work, which is just a beautiful way to create. Goddess is a fabulous energy to tap into when you want to create something. Totally different than fire energy of the sun. So they both work very well, and I enjoy working with the masculine energy as well, but there's something very special about goddess. Something very special about the way she works.
I love in the tarot cards, the moon card. It's like one of my favorite cards. And when it comes up, it's all about coming out of unconsciousness and coming into consciousness. And it's about balance, because I study the Rider-Waite deck. It's got the columns, and it's got the coyote and the dog howling. And it's reawakening the innate abilities inside of us, because part of what I teach, and I know you do too, Angela, is that, and you've said it, everything we need, we have inside of us. And it's just about using these different rituals or techniques and tools to get to the core of, to get to that wisdom, to get to that answer. It's like you said early on, it's like yellow or pink, yellow or pink. Yellow, my heart is saying yellow. It's getting to the truth of your soul. I know you want to say something to that, so please do.
It's just, I totally agree with you. Your inner guidance is always on. It's our self-doubts that get in the way. And so if we just keep breathing into our heart space and centering ourselves, you'll never be steered wrong. And trusting, your body knows everything. How many times has it told you, fight or flight, get out of there? Or this is going to be so much fun, I'm going to have a great time. It knows everything, whether our minds are on board or not. So trusting is a huge aspect of spirit, and everything that you need to know is inside. Everything. That's why meditation is so powerful. All that you need to know is inside of you.
That's
inside of yourself.
It is so true. And I've really have learned so much how to go to that. When something happens, I go inside, and I sit with my guys, and I get the clarity that I need in the moment. Even if I don't have the solution just yet, I get the peace to just walk in going, okay, not alone, understanding why this is coming up. It's what it's challenging a bit. Not sure what the answer is yet, but I'm going to walk with you, because I'm not walking alone. And it's one of the biggest things for me.
So powerful what you just said. There's been a time where before I went on this path, where I felt very alone. And after discovering spirit, I look back at that time and I realized I wasn't alone at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I had indications, I just didn't understand them, you
Yeah.
know? And so it's a great feeling to always have that with you, just like
Yeah.
Jesus is always with you when you want to be. In fact,
Exactly.
and if you don't ask, he just loves to love us.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's about consciousness too, being
Yeah.
conscious of it. So I want to take a couple of questions because there's some good questions coming through. But before we do that, I want to just remind everybody. So I pinned in, I think Trisha pinned it in, the webinar information. We are doing one live on Facebook, but join if you can't make that one. It's Monday at, I think we're not announcing that time yet, so we'll announce it soon. I think it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, and it's, getting expert advice from your guides, powerful decision making with your guides. And type in manifest if you want to win that gift. Type in moon, you'll all get that one. That's a free gift for everybody. But the other thing I wanted to say is somebody brought up the question about what happens if they struggle with imagining, and Sue and I are going to address that tomorrow. Because Sue's an artist as well and a medium and great. And of course, Angela's more than welcome to address that. So I wanted to, there's a couple of questions and I find I have an interesting take. I feel like I have an interesting take on this, but I want to ask this to you. We need balance of the goddess. It's not even a question, but I feel like it's a tricky little thing I'm going to say here. Donna says, we need balance of the goddess female energy on the planet right now.
Yep. It's why we do these things. And just so you know, there is a lot of flooded feminine energy coming right now. So the goddess energy, you've been sensing it, you've been taking note that it's needed, and because you've witnessed the need, it's already started to pour. Even just one of us can start that pour.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the reasons why we've had such interesting shifts this last year is because the feminine energy is very present, and I'm getting major goosebumps. She has been working with us for a while, but this last year I felt it the strongest. So you're taking notice of something that's very present. The goddess energy, the feminine energy, it's changing the world. It's helping the earth, which is goddess, ascend and rise up and take with us on this path of ascension. She's taking us with her. So we're supporting the goddess every day, and she's supporting us. So yeah, there is a need, and it is very present.
And I want to add in, because Denny's on this, and I saw Charlie joined, and we have some men on this, and they are also supporting the feminine. So we have some incredible masculine energy stepping up to support the feminine and hold the feminine. And that shift happened a lot with, I'm not into that whole, like what the consciousness was around 2011, but was shifted in with that energy and the holding up of it. So I really want to acknowledge the men that are doing it as well with us, which is wonderful.
Every man is born of woman, and every single one of us has masculine and feminine energy. Even animals do. The universe is masculine and feminine energy. It's yin and yang. It's balance. It's the way it is. And it's a beautiful time to witness male energy coming forward and assisting the feminine energy, because in truth, in the times where ritual was a normal thing and people did it all the time, the goddess would do her work and be surrounded by the masculine energy to support it, so she was protected and safe, and so that she could do the deep down work that needed to be done to change people's lives, to change the community, to change the planet, change the stars. And the male energy is needed. It's the support system that men bring is so divine, and it's so important, and it almost is getting me all teary up about it, because the balance of that need is so important. And what goddess can be a goddess without her masculine counterpart, showing her that he's there to stand up for her in so many ways. So in ritual particularly, male energy is very important to surround the goddess with.
Yeah, it's I love that. I love that. So if you like what you see, remember this is more of what you get in Membership for Your Soul, and you get community, and people are on here from Membership for Your Soul, so they keep um, chiming in about how incredible the program is and how incredible the community and the support is. And some people worry about having enough time to do everything. And I got to say, just the community alone, besides me jumping in there with expert advice and then having beautiful experts like Angela and Megan and Sue and different experts jumping in, and the people in membership alone, like sometimes I'll go away for 2 days. I don't work really on the weekends, and I'll come back and be like, oh, my job's done. I didn't have to do a thing. I go through the posts and I'm like, listen, everybody else, this is perfect. So Membership for Your Soul, if you join by 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, yes, the cart's open till Saturday, but there are 2 bonuses that you're going to get. And it's the expert guide bonus, has nothing to do with the webinar. It's a totally different thing about learning how to work with Oprah, Einstein, Picasso. We all have that available to us. And the intuitive one, where the intuition is so important, which Angela's been talking about through this entire thing, about how important that is. To win the gift, the Manifesting with Your Moon, my class, write manifest, and we will pick that winner after and announce it. And to win Angela's recording from Membership for Your Soul, her magical manifesting new moon ritual, you type in moon and you'll get that right away. Everybody who shows up live has gotten that. Angela, any parting words?
Yeah, just in regards to what we've just done, what you did in this little ceremony, as simple as it was, it's inevitable. And the goddess will create these things you've asked for, but she's going to do it in a way that's magical, and it may not be the way you expect. So expect the unexpected, allow it to flow in. And, when you have that moment of, oh, that I received that was what I asked for in my ritual, acknowledge it and relish in it and be in gratitude for it. Be in gratitude now for it, because everything you've done is complete. But it will show up for you. It's just going to show up in a way that may not be the way you expect, or it may be exactly how you expect. It's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful art working with spirit. So, but it will take place. And then you have an opportunity next month to do it again. So this is like, you didn't want to maybe put down everything that you want to have a new beginning in at this time, but there's always a new beginning next month. And maybe these things get solved between now and then, and you have new areas of life that you want to expand on. So dive in and just call forth the goddess. You can do it simply by asking, Moon Goddess, be with me, help me with this. And she's present.
Yeah, I love that.
Go for it.
And thank you so much, Angela. And I'm going to say something, but Annette, who's part of membership, she said part of the word didn't burn, and she can't make out what it is. But you're not supposed to. This is where we're talking about trusting. I think there's a lot of old stuff out there, like, if you don't do it right, you're condemned. It's like that old belief system. And when you lean into the love, like we've been talking about, everything is perfect. It's she said the art of the art of your life, like you said that, and you said it, Angela, and it was so beautiful, because that's the way it always feels to me. It's very synchronistic, and it's weaving, and it's all of a sudden when you're conscious and you're with your guides and you're working with them and your angels, and then you're like, wow, that went there, oh, that went there, oh, now we're here, oh, look at that. And it's this magical synchronicity that is so beautiful. So I know you probably want to say something to that. Do you want to say something?
I did want to mention with the burning, trust is a big part of it. So trusting it's complete. What happens, what I've noticed, is that when it either takes a really long time to burn, or it doesn't burn out all the way, and you have to maybe relight sometimes, it's getting at your belief system. There's a part of you that doesn't believe you have that.
Yes.
And so for your little piece that didn't burn, I want you to take a nice deep breath and hold your heart and say, I release it. I believe. I release it and I believe. And you're good. So there's just a part of you that was hanging on.
I love that. Dana just asked, and I'm not going to answer this now, because instead I'm going to ask you, she asked, is it the same for the full moon? Do not answer it. Instead, I'm going to have you come on membership which,
Okay.
if you don't mind, and we're going to do, this is for anybody who's joining, I'm going to ask Angela to do a full moon ritual with us in membership.
You know, to speak on that, that would be really awesome, because then December, okay, so November, December, my center doesn't really have that many classes because it's holidays, it's time to be with
Yeah.
family. So I do a lot of private sessions, but the classes and ritual will probably not be active. So on my Facebook, you may not see anything on schedule. So if you wanted to do something for your membership program next month, that would be a way to participate in it and still have it, have it at your fingertips without, because I'm not going to probably do it till next year.
Great. And we'll do it video in membership. So
Yeah.
different than we did it last time, which will be great. We'll do it through Zoom. The last thing I want to say is, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Robin, I know that you go back and forth about money, and I get that. And I can tell you a lot of people joined membership that had similar situations, and money was manifested that paid for the program. And Catherine, if you read her story, we want to congratulate Catherine. When I was talking with Catherine in Soulful, she had no money to join, and she wanted to join, and she joined, and then the money was gifted to her. And then every time she posts on membership, we were pushing her to write a book. She just wrote a book, and the book is up on Amazon. And that we're just so all standing like,
Yes.
because that's a story of someone who talks about experiencing homelessness. She experienced a lot of stuff, Catherine. She's got a phenomenal story in the way she writes it. And then there she is now, an author. She's seen a dream come true. And she had no idea. She bought a year of memberships. It was gifted to her. So it just happened. So, and it's the,
Spirit
yeah.
shows up when you want something. If you're the only one who believes you can't have it, Spirit will always find a way to help you receive it. And I believe strongly that when you give yourself permission to have something like that, they will help you manifest the money. And then you can also manifest some of that at the full moon ritual.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, when we do that full moon ritual on live next time, we can all address that.
That's great. Good. No, we're going to do that in membership. So that's a little like, come join us.
When you have to join membership to get there. But there you go.
Cindy, thank you. Cindy's part of membership. She said, Robin, Marilyn over-delivers so much in membership. You'll be blown away. This is the best group ever. Well worth more than what the price point is. Thank you for that, Cindy. It's true. I care, just like you see Angela does. I care deeply, deeply about the success of my students, members, even people who aren't able to pay my programs in Soulful. I care deeply about everyone, but I'm not going to be as active in Soulful when the cart closes because I have to focus on membership. So I've been very active this month, but that's going to change a little bit once membership is closed. So Angela, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please thank Angela with hearts and likes. She's doing this for free for me. I mean, this is incredible, but these are the types of people that okay, we're going to do the award thing. All right, so I'm going to give the gift away right now. Angela, pick a number from 1 to 42.
1 to 42.
Yeah.
33.
33, Trisha. 33. So we'll find out who number 33 is, who's going to win Manifesting with the Moon. I have another thing called Secrets of Manifesting Money, but I'm like, no, it's Manifesting with the Moon. We discussed it. Thank you so much, Angela. I feel so grateful to have you in my life. Thank you.
Oh, I feel the same, Marilyn. I really enjoyed this, and thank you for being the light. So many people benefit from you doing this work, so just keep doing it.
Great.
Light workers needed.
Thank you. And Neltha from Ireland, you won. So, Trisha, I would imagine we need your email address, sweetie. We probably have it in our system, but just in case, email us at info@marilynalauria.com and Neltha, and give us your email address, and you are getting that gift. Mwah! Much love to everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Angela.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.